Hello everyone, this is Dwayne of DwayneWright.com, and in this movie we're going to chat about activities and activity groups in the InBizness Basic CRM package. Our learning goals will be to cover what is an activity, what is an activity group, how do they interact with other modules, that would be the company's module, products module, invoice, purchase, and the staff module, and how activities can be integrated into a staff member's workflow. So let's get started. So let's take a look at an activity. We have an activities button here. It takes us to a list view of all the activities that we've entered in so far. We can click here to get to a form view of an activity, and it's very straightforward. Of course, this package is authored in FileMaker Pro and sold open, so you can add any level of complexity to the activities module that best suits your business needs. We do have the basic things like a date, a title for the activity, a type, and out of the box we have types such as call, called in, called out, email, letter, follow-up, meeting, and to-do. Now, depending on your office needs, you could have other actions in here as well, such as deliveries, service calls, maintenance or repair activities. Anything that is unique to your business can be an activity. And then we have a priority, a status of open and close, and then you can add a classification to an activity for reporting needs. We do have where it's activities linked to, and that would be for the staff member. And then we do have the ability to link a activity to customer contact. Down here we have a large tabbed area with just the general notes about the activity and its ID and that type of thing. And then we have the activity group information, and that is used when we group activities together, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. The other thing that I would like to stress is you see the date here. Dates can be entered in for the past to record previous interactions with a module or person. It can be the present, what I'm doing now, I'm logging what I'm doing now, or it can be logged in for the future, so that's something that you will do at a future date. And you can again assign this to yourself or other staff members. And we'll get into that a little more detail in a following movie. So let's create our first activity. I'm going to navigate over to the companies module. We have a company here. We do have a tab in the middle part of the screen that will show us all the activities that we have created for a particular customer. Let's just add a new linked activity. It automatically puts in today's date. And let's just say customer called for product information. And we'll have that as a called in. Priority is medium. We'll leave it as open. And I'm going to go ahead and assign it to myself. And hit submit. And now you can see that the customer called for product information has been logged in. And let's jump over to the staff module. This is another way to navigate in business. Pull up my record, and let's see today's activities. And there you can see that it's linked to me. So when I come in and go to my staff record, I can filter the activities by today, yesterday, this week, last week, next week, this month, last month, next month, and year to date. And those are just the pull down options. What these do is actually set the range of dates of starting and ending. You can put in any kind of manual date that you want. So you're not limited to just these areas. You can set up any kind of range of activities. So now let's talk about activity groups. Activity groups are records that consolidate a number of activities under one umbrella. And then when you're in a particular module, you can choose a group, and all of those activities that are assigned to that group are added. So let's show that off. Let's go over our companies module and take a look at our activities. Okay, so they're blank right now. Our activity groups information is over here. So we have a Happy New Year message, and we have initial lead follow-up. So let's choose that one. Just come up with a dialog box saying, do you want to add these related activities? We say yes. We can see this added 2 activities automatically. Schedule a day for the follow-up activity and organize notes for the follow-up. Now, out of the box, we didn't put in a lot of extra coding in there, like who the activities that are assigned to and any kind of automatic dates. We do that because that would be a customization. It's not a very hard customization, but you have your own business rules or workflow in which you will want to integrate with this setup. It's relatively easy to do, but we left it as bare bones. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my scheduled data follow-up, and I'm going to go ahead and choose, let's say, the 6th, and I'm going to go ahead and assign it to myself. Then I'm going to go to the next record. Actually, I'll go to this record, organize notes for follow-up. And I'm going to go ahead and organize my notes this Thursday. And again, assign it to myself. And close this up. So now you can see, oops, we do see one thing. No, that's fine. Thought I had to change the year, but I did change the year. You can see that we have these new activities that are in a batch. And if we go over to the staff module, pull up my record. Let's go ahead and take a look at today. Okay. We have that one record. Let's see what's going on for the week. So there's our other records that we've had set up. And then how about next week? There's my scheduled day follow-up. So now a staff member can go to their particular record any day and see what's going on, and then change the status to open and close, add notes, and that type of thing. So in that's how we would integrate the customers module. Let's go ahead and show how we would do the integration with some of the other modules. So let's go over to our main screen. And we can see that we have other modules such as products, invoices, purchases, and staff. And these are all have the ability to add activities and activity groups to them. So let's pull up our products module. It's a little bit of a different user interface, but we do have our activities over here. And here you can see we can add one activity, and we do have an activity group. So let's go to one that has no activities yet, our antique mouse pads. And this has got does not have those customer records. It's got its own activity group called new product line. So we choose this. Do you want to add them? Yes. It automatically adds the activities of send email to associated clients and add to the website. And again, we can open these up, give them a particular date, assign them to a staff member, and close. Now, let's take a moment to backtrack and go to the Activities Group module. So let's create a new activity group. Let's go over to the Activity Groups module. And here you can see we have a listing of activities that we had previously created. I'm going to go ahead and go to Discontinued Product, and we're going to link that to the Products module. Now we haven't had any activities in here as of yet. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and delete this one and create it fresh. We'll give that a status as opened. Now you can take an activity group, make its status as closed, and then it will not be available in the pick list in the associated modules. So that could be an out-of-date activity group, but you don't want to delete it as of yet. Let's link that to the products module. Now we're going to add some default activities for the operation of discontinuing a product. Let's go ahead and say we have a to-do item of investigate current inventory levels. Yeah, let's go ahead and assign that to myself. So when it's automatically created, it'll be assigned. Set another one. Say this is a meeting. Inform staff of product to be discontinued. And how we're going to deal with it. And let's go ahead and add in another one. Let's make this a to-do as well. Update website product list so that it doesn't appear any longer. So there we go. We've got our title for our activity group and the 3 different items. Let's jump on over to the products module. And let's go to a new product, model railroad software. It doesn't have any activities. We do see our new discontinued product activity group. It asks us if we want to do that. We say yes. And then our 3 activities were added in there as a batch. Now we can open them up, edit them, assign them to people, change dates, or do whatever we need to make sure it's a workflow. And again, in your particular business needs, we may add more logic to the activity groups module so that they automatically have particular dates or automatically assign to people. I did this in the InBizness real estate module for things like open, close dates and that type of thing, where it actually looks at transactions that are going on into a database, and then activities can update on the fly. And that's a customization that we can add to your copy of InBizness CRM as needed. Okay, so in a quick recap, we have shown you what the difference was between an activity and an activity groups and how they're used in the workflow. We've created both activities for a company module and used the grouping feature, and then we used the grouping feature for the products module, and we have shown you how to create a new activity group for a module. So let's just quickly recap on a couple of the other nuances. We do have the ability to add both activities and activity groups to invoices, purchase orders, and staff members. So staff members doesn't only just show activities, you can create activities there as well that do not have a dependence to the other modules. So let's go ahead and pull up the invoice module. And here you can see activities. And for a particular activity, you could add a group of activities like back order items. That'd be to update the invoice for the back order situation and let a customer know about it. We go over to the purchase order module. And let's see, we have some activities created for that one already. And we have both. These were created by the received inventory. So it tells you to enter any received products into inventory and fulfill any associated back orders, which you could do when you bring in a different PO. And let's go over to the staff module. And we have shown in the staff module how we can filter days to show up and that type of thing. But we do have groups of activities like the Friday afternoon to-do list. Say like you have a meeting on Friday afternoons and you want people to get their notes together for the meeting and that type of thing. You can have all that set up in an activity group. And again, you can run an activity group and then change the assignment to other people. So you could take this to a whole other level of interactivity and have like a manager level that does different activity groups. But then you could have activity groups for regular people as well. So that's a quick overview of the InBizness Basic CRM activities and activity groups.